Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to a weekly COT review. Today we're going to be analyzing the 11th Commitments of Traders report of 2024. And as we always do, we shall start off by looking at the largest changes in commercials positions. Before we jump to the review, just a brief reminder for those who are new to COT analysis here at COTBase.com, you'll find a lot of educational material. Not only do we have these in written format, but we have some very useful videos as well that can guide you through the analysis process. Of course, we're always here to help you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment underneath the video or send us an email to info@cotbase.com. So today's report is the 11th, as I said. We're analyzing classic COT data, the net positions, of course. We have multiple report types, the classic having the longest history of COT data, but we do have disaggregated traders in financial futures and commodity index traders COT report types. Data types, we have futures only or futures and options. These are issued by CFTC. At COTBase.com, we actually subtracted futures from the futures and options and gave you the ability to just analyze those who trade options only. So let's get started. As you can see, we have Platinum on top of our list with a 35% change in commercials net positions. Of course, we have commercials, large speculators, and small speculators. CFTC calls them non-reportables. Commercials are represented with this red line over here. Green is large speculators and blue on a separate scale chart as they are trading in a much smaller volume. They are the non-reportables, or as CFTC, or as we call them, small speculators. So this recent change, 35% change size, can be witnessed over here on the chart. Definitely greater than average. Bearish change signal after about 2 weeks of rise. We are getting a signal suggesting we could see a bit of a decline in the next few days over here. Jumping to a 5 years chart, you can see that this current reading in commercials net position is definitely leaning towards the bullish side of stress level analysis. Of course, by measuring where net positions are, of course we can kind of figure out the stress in the market. The more commercials are being net right now, of course, in the case of Platinum, close to zero value is considered bullish. As you can see, we have a couple of very rare occasions when they actually went net long. Very good buying opportunities, as you can see. So that's why I call it stress in the market, because something is definitely going to happen if commercials are jumping to, buying net long. They're net long. Usually they're net short, so those are very good opportunities to go long. That's of course not the case right now. They're about 14,000 contracts net short, but compared to where they could be, 80,000 contracts definitely not there. So that's why we conclude it's more of a bullish a stress in the market. Natural gas, our next market for the review, 33% change over here. You can see, of course, if we go to the 1 year chart, what that means. Larger than average change. Bearish, suggesting some further weakness coming in the next few days. Jumping to the 5 years chart, you can see that we were not long ago, 3-4 reports ago, at a bit larger bullish extreme, not necessarily all time or close to that. We're moving away from those levels as we're speaking. Palladium, our next market, 24% change over there. Again, 1 year chart, you can see it on the chart. Bit larger than average change size. Once again, a bearish COT change signal, suggesting a bit of a weakness in the next couple of days. Jumping to a 5 years chart, there's an unquestionable bullish extreme in the market that has been actually getting larger and larger as the market is headed lower and lower. So in the medium to long term, this signal suggests we could see a shift in this downtrend. We should see Palladium rising in the next couple of weeks and month ahead of us. Moving to large speculator COT Extreme analysis, as we always do in these reviews, we've got the British pound on top of our list with an 867 report extreme in large speculators net position. Of course, commercials are at an extreme as well. There's no question to the analysis. It is a bearish change signal. As you can see, the last one over here, July of 2023, marking that top. Once again, we are at roughly those levels, signaling a top coming in the next couple of maybe days, but usually a couple weeks in case of stress level analysis. And this is the point where I'm going to jump over to TradingView and show you our wonderful iCOT Intraday Indicator. It's an indicator we developed to really mimic what we do in classic COT analysis, and I'm actually going to keep this as is. I've received a couple of requests for really micro time frames, so there you go. It's a 15-second chart. By the way, it's closed. Usually, you know, volume comes down. So what you got to do is, I like to look at scores if you want to do some settings on the indicator. So these, of course, are our wonderful iCOT scores chart. We do call green line speculators, red commercials. And then we have the AfterSignal. And if we put in, I usually say, you know, suggest putting on 2-1, focusing on long trades, the other one on bearish. But even as it is, by default, you can see I did not change anything on the indicator, and it's a 15 seconds chart. You can see the power of this tool. So again, an amazing indicator, very good supplemental tool. Of course, you can tweak this and show even more signals. By the way, I'm going to give you guys an offer here if you're watching and you're interested in checking out this indicator. I'm handing out bi-week 2 weeks of free access to the iCOT Intraday Indicator with AfterSignal on the TradingView platform. So this one I'm showing to you. So 2 weeks. All I ask is a subscription to our YouTube channel, a like, and a comment. And if you can send that screenshot to us to info@cotbase.com, then you can expect in return a free 2 weeks access to this wonderful tool, so you can give it a try. So that's, I think, something you might be interested in. But back to the review and continuing our journey towards gold. You can see metals complex here. Complex is something unique at cotbase.com. We basically take a market category. You can see metals here, basically all the components of the sector, and combine the individual COT data into one combined complex COT data. We're going to jump over that. That's something for our subscribers. Gold here with a 43 report extreme in large speculators. So as you can see, pretty much in between the two extremes. So it's from a COT extreme analysis point of view, really not much. It's just, you know what, the way I would look at it is that there's definitely a bullish trend here in gold. There's nothing from the COT report that suggests this should end. What would suggest that if we see the continuation of commercials increasing their net short positions. You can see from February of 2020, commercials at, you know, over 400,000 contracts net short, and right now they are just above 200,000. So there's definitely space left for them to reach greater extremes. Heating oil is our next and last market for this classic COT review. Here we have a 41 report extreme in large speculators. As you can see, we were at a bearish COT extreme back in September. In heating oil, it was a successful signal pushing the market further down. As that's happening, of course, traders are moving away from those extreme levels. So that was all for this COT review. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, once again, feel free to reach me at info@cotbase.com or just comment underneath the video. Again, that may be worth 2 weeks of free access to our iCOT Intraday Indicator with AfterSignal on the TradingView platform. Have a wonderful weekend, guys, and I hope to see you next week. Take care. Goodbye.